I have unplugged both the fan and the grid charger. So next step is to verify that I got some sort of charge on the battery. It's hard to tell, but this shows that the gas tank is full and that the battery is empty. And I know that it takes a couple of minutes for the battery to register that it has any charge at all. So I'm going to leave it going for a couple of minutes. Hopefully I won't die of carbon dioxide poisoning. Okay, we finally have the battery slowly climbing, which is good. I did open up the garage door so I wouldn't choke to death from carbon dioxide poisoning. Okay, says that we are fully charged. That's great. Okay, now I'm going to discharge. We fully charged the battery, and now this guy here is the battery. I'm going to discharge him with my bulbs here. Should light up as soon as I plug it in. Oh, something's not working right. Something's wrong with my setup. I'm going to test that and I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, yeah, so as I pulled this out, the light came on just for a moment as I was unplugging it. Not sure exactly what's going on here. Huh. The bulb seems fine. I'm going to have to troubleshoot that. All right, so one of them at least is going. I think that the problem I found is these wires that I did myself, they're loose, so that ain't good. I'll have to take this apart and figure out why they're loose. But this appears to be working at least. So the trick now is if I can get them both eating up energy, that'd be better. So let me figure out why they're loose. So 4.5 days later, this bulb on the left was similar to that bulb, and it just kept going. But that one, the one on the right, was off. So I replaced this one with a 65 watt floodlight, and which caused the one on the right, I don't know if you can pick it up on the film, but it's flashing. It goes very intense, not so intense. It's just like 3 stages. It's also probably the battery is low, which might also be causing that issue. Oh, there we go. I think we're about to be in the end of the drain. I'm going to wait until that thing is just no longer working before which I think now will not be long, before I start charging again. More mysteries. Now it's pretty much got the same brightness showing all the time. I think the next step is just to remove the smaller battery and just rely exclusively on the bigger battery. This is just taking way too long. So I've removed the other socket, and now we're down just to the one socket. And I plugged in the 65 watt bulb. All right. Now I'm going to try to plug this in. Be careful, it might get bright. Okay, that is a 65 watt bulb, and I'll check it repeatedly to find out when we fully drain the battery. And this is what I've been waiting for. It is so dim that I'm considering it done. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off and then start charging. Second cycle. I'm going to start the charge. You should hear the fan. And now it's charging for the second cycle. It's been 24 hours. Going to unplug the charger, and we should hear the fan turn off. Okay. Now we're going to start it up. Oh, well, look at that. Looks like the battery's already showing that it's full. Okay. It looks like it's full, so I am going to discharge now. And now we start the discharge process. Be aware that the light will get really bright for a second. And we will let that sit until the light goes out. I'd like to bring this video to a close with some notes. One of them is that I did go through the process of fully charging, fully discharging, fully charging, fully discharging, fully charging, and then resetting the IMA fuse. And then when I tried to start the car, the IMA was still stuck on. It still didn't help with the acceleration or the assist or the recharging of the battery. So that was not the only problem. A couple of notes about that. One of the things that I discovered is I thought this was a 60 watt bulb. It is an incandescent bulb, but if you look in tiny print right at the bottom, it says that it's 8.8 watt, which is why it was going to take forever. In fact, if you do the math, I think I wrote that. Oh, here we go. I've got the math right here. So the total IMA battery is 20 because it has 20 sticks times 6 because there's 6 sticks in every 6 cells in every stick, times 1.2 volts, which is how many volts are in each cell. That equals 144 volts. Also, when you multiply that by 6.5 amp hours, that gives you 936 watt hours. So 936 watt hours divided by 8.8 watts works out to be about 4 days, 10 hours, 21 minutes, and 49 seconds. So that was why it was taking forever to discharge with that. Instead, you saw the big floodlight that I was using. It actually is 65 watts. And when you multiply 936 watt hours by 65 watts, you end up with 14 hours and 24 minutes. So that was why that took a lot less than a day. So didn't solve my problem. On to more research. Next up, I'm going to be working on finding out DTCs or display codes. And I think I'm going to start with the blink codes, and we'll go from there. Thanks.